આંખોનું સ્મિત તો સાચી મારી પ્રીત તો હૈયાનું ગીત તો મારો મનમીત તો હવે રાત દિવસ બસ એક રટણ તારું નામ સાહેબા તારું નામ કે સાહેબો મારો જાણે ગુલાબનો છોડ કે છેનિયો સુગંધ એના પ્રીતની રે કે સાહેબા વાલા મીઠી મીઠી તારી વાતો જગાડે આખી રાતો આ વાતો તારા પ્રીતની રે કે વાતો તારા પ્રીતની રે કે વાતો તારા
Assalamu alaikum. Lion. Fucking. En una noche luna llena conocí una sirena y siento que me dio tiki, que me invitó a bailar bien sexy, aunque pienso que está crazy, no me entiende, pero sí. En una noche luna llena conocí una sirena y siento que me dio tiki, que me invitó a bailar bien sexy, aunque pienso que está crazy, no me entiende, pero sí. Y habla con las manos.
انا وانت اتنين جسدين وروحين شوف انت منين وانا جاي منين انا وانت اتنين جسدين وروحين شوف انت منين وانا جاي منين انت في عالم وانا من عالم والمسافات بتبدل بعد انت بسكه وانا بسكه لكن ربي وربك واحد هم معناتنا واختلفتنا لكن كلنا بني ادمين هتيجي ليه تخبي بعضي بس ليه بالحب ده يا سيدي اي شيء ممكن نقدر عليه ما تيجي ليه تخبي بعضي بس ليه
ए साहिबा तारुना के साहिबो मारो जाने गुलाब नो छो के चेहनी को सुगंध है ना प्रीतनी रे के साहिबा वाला मीठी मीठी तारी बातों जगाड़े अभी रातों के बातों तारा प्रीतनी रे के बातों तारा प्रीतनी रे के बातों तारा प्रीतनी
Pleasure to introduce your MCs for the evening. Please put your hands together for Bono and Janelle.
Hope you guys enjoyed that little entrance of ours. It's just starting. But good morning, everyone.
Wait, no, dude, it's not the morning, it's the afternoon.
Whoa, wait. I don't think it's the afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's not right either. Okay, 1 second,
Sorry,
guys.
guys, 1 second.
1 second. All right.
I think we got it now.
So,
Good evening, everyone.
All right, my name is Dwanel.
And my name is Janiel. No.
Wait.
Whoa. Sorry.
1 second, guys, 1 second.
Okay, guys.
All right, sorry once again, guys. Sorry.
Okay, we got it now. Everyone listen. My name is Dwanel.
And my name is Jainil. And we are both Sunnies. Oh, wait. Sorry. We are both Dhruvin's cousins.
And as tonight's MCs, we would like to welcome all of you
to Dhruvin and Sneha Sangeet. Sangeet, right?
Sangeet, right? We honestly don't know what we would do without him.
Yeah, seriously. But all jokes aside, tonight is a very special occasion for both Dhruvin and Sneha and for all of us.
So everyone here, we ask for all your help in making this a memorable night.
But before we begin the night, we'd like to say a couple of words for the couple.
Disclaimer, everyone, keep your tissues at hand. It's gonna get
Please,
sent.
please. All right, so I don't know if you all know this, but Dhruvin, Dwana, and I are all only childs in our family.
Yeah, and whenever I tell someone that, they always say, "Aw, that's so sad. That must have been so lonely."
Yeah, right. Well, luckily, we never felt that because all three of us grew together as siblings. We always had to get the same things, and for the most part, we always did the same stuff as well.
Him and I even went to the same grade school, middle school, and high school. And I'm pretty sure I got all his hand-me-downs.
Okay, maybe sometimes one of us was excluded, but anyways, growing up was really fun, and the best part was Dwanil and I had never had to figure out anything. Dhruvin always led the way.
Yeah, we pretty much followed everything he did right from the get-go. Well, we'll let you know when we stop.
Yeah, and now we have two of those personalities to look up to. So I think we keep getting luckier and luckier.
I remember the time when Sunny used to keep Sneha a secret.
Yeah, remember the time when he used to say, "We are just friends"?
Yeah, right.
Do you remember how he told us about Sneha? While washing dishes.
That was the first time I've ever seen him wash dishes, like ever.
Yeah, and that's why I like to call that the Sneha effect. And I'm sure Kiran Masi,
No. Harish Pua.
that's right. I think Harish Masa was the most proud of his son that day because he was washing dishes.
Anyways, Sneha, both of us are very happy that Dhruvin has found a partner like you.
Yeah, I remember when the first time we met you at Avani with all of us, all our family, and I think the best part, and I'm sure everyone can vouch for that, was that how easily and how effortlessly you gelled in with our family.
Yes. In all honesty, I remember being a little bit nervous before meeting you for the first time. But Sneha just has such an upbeat personality that it takes away all the awkwardness and unfamiliarity away in an instant.
Yeah, and I think the best part about your relationship personally is how you complement each other so well. And I think you guys bring balance to each other's lives, which I think is the best that anyone can share. So I think that's amazing.
I honestly can't imagine there being a better suited person for our dear older brother.
ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। हाँ ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। अरे रह जाएंगे घर वाले देखते रह जाएंगे। अरे ले जाएंगे दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। हे आहा हा हा यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना। और उड़ले उड़ले यो उड़ले उड़ले यो उड़ले उड़ले यो उड़ले यो उड़ले उड़ले यो उड़ले उड़ले यो। चिकने चेहरे हो जब ऐसे चिकने चेहरे तो कैसे न नजर फिसले, तो कैसे न नजर फिसले जिंद मेरे।
मुंडा थोड़ा ऑफ बीट है पर कुड़ियां दे नाल बहुत स्वीट है।
मुंडा थोड़ा ऑफ बीट है पर कुड़ियां दे नाल बहुत स्वीट है।
ढोंगी सा ये बड़ा ढीठ है, वायरल हो गया ये ट्वीट।
पर फूल वूल करने में कूल तू बड़ी तेज कटारी है। शगन तेरी की लगन तेरी की हमने कर दी तैयारी है।
नचते ने सारे रंग मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे। नचते ने सारे रंग मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे।
नचदे ने सारे
नचते ने सारे
नचते ने सारे रंग मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे। नचते ने सारे रंग मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे। नचते ने सारे नचते ने सारे।
मैं देखा तेरी फोटो 100 बार कुड़े, मैं देखा तेरी फोटो 100 बार कुड़े। के उठदे तूफान सीने विच 100 बार कुड़े। मैं देखा तेरी फोटो, मैं देखा तेरी फोटो। हाय नी हाय नखरा तेरा नी, हाय रेटेड गप्परू मारे हाथी मुंडे पागल हो गए ने। तेरे गिन गिन लक दे हुलारे, तेरी टेडी टेडी तकनी कमाल कर गई। अखा ना तू सवाल कर गई। बेली ते किन्ने मरदे ने ते किन्ने पहला तुम्हारे हाथी। हाय नखरा तेरा नी, हाय रेटेड गप्परू मारे हाथी मुंडे पागल हो गए ने। तेरे गिन गिन लक दे हुलारे। मरता मुड़ के देख मुझे दोबारा टन टना टन 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 तारा चलती है क्या 9 से 12 टन टना टन 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 तारा चलती है क्या 9 से 12 और आंख लड़ा के तूने मारा हाय घायल हो मैं दिल में प्यारा चलती है क्या 9 से 12 चलती 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 सोगाड़ा तारा चबीला तारा रंगीला तारा रंग बेर जुए तारी बात सोगाड़ा तारा ओए चबीला तारा ओए रंगीला तारा रंग बेर जुए तारी बात रे अब आओ मेरे पास रह जाओ मेरे साथ ये दुनिया मौसम छे सोगाड़ा तारा चबीला तारा रंगीला तारा रंग बेर जुए तारी बात सोगाड़ा तारा ओए चबीला तारा ओए रंगीला तारा रंग बेर जुए तारी बात रे
रात की कहानी पीली रेड वाइन मैंने पुरानी लाख रोका था यारों ने एक ना कर तू मनमानी सुनो कल रात की कहानी पीली रेड वाइन मैंने पुरानी लाख रोका था यारों ने एक ना कर तू मनमानी मिली मुझे एक अप्सरा कहती मेरे कोल अप्सरा मुझको ये तू बता क्या तेरा दिल है लापता
दिल चोरी साडा हो गया वे की करिए दिल चोरी साडा हो गया वे की करिए नैनों में किसी के खो गया वे की करिए ओ मैडम तेरी चाल तेरे सिल्की सिल्की बाल अब मैं इससे ज्यादा क्या कहूँ मैं नशे में टल्ली हो गया वे की करिए दिल चोरी साडा हो गया वे की करिए
Dhum da na 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 dhum dhum da na 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 dhum dhum agappa
Dum dum da na na de ra na 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 dum dum magasa
ragir da dhum da da ra di ra na 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 na
da da gr da dum da da gr da dum da gr da dum 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 da na 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 de ra na 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 dum
da na di ra na gama gama ma gama pa ma ga sa ni sa da na di ra na gama gama ma gama pa ma ga sa ni sa da na di ra na gama gama ma gama pa ma ga sa ni sa come on now follow my lead come on now follow my lead why
Niri bama ba niri bama ba ga re sa ni
why
pa ni sa sa pa ni sa sa pa ni sa sa
why
ga re ni sa ba ga re sa ni da ba
Oh, you don't have to be the last one standing. Oh, show me you could be the one.
तू अखियां मिला के तू मेरे नेड़े आजा फिर अभी हिल पाके मैं तेरे उत्ते मरता
तू गला बड़ी करदा वे करके बखा जा नेड़े नेड़े आ तू आजा सोनिया
I wanna see you whine like Rihanna get all up on the bum diggy diggy bum bum she burn it up like the summer she turn me on with a bum diggy diggy bum bum
You got me like crazy that you're calling
with
me
a bum diggy diggy bum bum
You got me like crazy that you're calling me
you know
You guys enjoying? How is groom looking today? How about bride? How about groom? Bride? How both of them looking together today? Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone for coming tonight and joining for the celebrations of Sangeet ceremony. This is the most awaited ceremony for all of us. I would like to thank everyone here tonight, family, friends, and especially I want to thank some of my friends who traveled from India, Mr. and Mrs. Srivastava family, Nirmala Ben Brahmbhatt family, and we have a couple of friends from USA. So I would like to thank each and everyone who traveled from long distance. I would also like to convey the blessing from the grandparents of Dhruvin, my mom and dad, my mom-in-law. They all conveyed a good wishes. His uncle, aunt, they couldn't make it today here, but they are blessing the couple very much. So I would like to say that we are so fortunate to have all of you here. And this is the great evening. We are going to continue the fun more. I want everybody to enjoy tonight. So we have another amazing performers from one of the very reputed group of Toronto, and you will definitely love that performance. I would like to, 2 minutes? Okay, so they are just, you have to wait for 2 minutes for big fun. Never mind. Meantime, I will entertain you. No. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the Garba is a Sangeet ceremony is the most awaited ceremony for the big fun, and I am definitely sure our happy kids, all friends of Dhruvin, they are right from the childhood grown up here, so they are very close to each other, and every time they paid lot of efforts to do the grand performance. Even they all spend enough time to teach us. I hope you guys like our performance, right? And definitely, I'm pretty sure you will love tonight.
उड़ती पे तेरी मलू गुलाल रंग बता गुलू या लाल एयर में तेरे उड़ते बाल आजा रंग दो दोनों गाल अरे सारा रा रा कबीरा सारा रा रा
बेबी के देखे झुमके लगा दे चार ठुमके छोरे नाचे जमके यूपी में दिन दहाड़े विंडो और छत पे ताड़े अब देखे आके फाड़े अरे 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 तुझ पे टिकी है मेरी नोटी नजरिया तुझको बना करके तुझको बना करके तुझको बना करके just bounce.
नचदे टपदे तेरे नाल सोहणिया वे खुल गए ब्लैक कलर दे मेरे वाल सोहणिया वे नचदे टपदे तेरे नाल सोहणिया वे खुल गए ब्लैक कलर दे मेरे वाल सोहणिया वे तू कीता जो दिल मैनू पर तू कीता जो दिल मैनू पर झटपट मैं मन गई ओ मुंडियां ते कुड़ियां दे ओ कुड़ियां ते मुंडियां दे ਉਹ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਬਣ ਗਈ
ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਖ ਲੜ ਗਈ ਲੜ ਗਈ ਅੱਖ ਲੜ ਗਈ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਅੱਖ ਲੜ ਗਈ ਅੱਖ ਲੜ ਗਈ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਗੱਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ
ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 골ਡਨ ਝੁਮਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਚੁੰਮ ਚੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 골ਡਨ ਝੁਮਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਚੁੰਮ ਚੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਲੈ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 골ਡਨ ਝੁਮਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਚੁੰਮ ਚੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਮਨ ਜਾਵੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਪਿੰਗ ਕਰਾ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਜਾਵੇ ਰੋਮਾਂਟਿਕ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਦਿਖਾ ਦੇ ਰਿਕਵੈਸਟਾਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਈਟ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹਿੱਸੇ ਆਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਮਨ ਜਾਵੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਪਿੰਗ ਕਰਾ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਜਾਵੇ ਰੋਮਾਂਟਿਕ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਦਿਖਾ ਦੇ ਰਿਕਵੈਸਟਾਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਵਾਈਟ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹਿੱਸੇ ਆਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ ਓ ਬੇਬੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਚਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਈਆਂ ਵੇ
ਨੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਠੁਮਕਾ ਬੜਾ ਕਿੰਕੀ ਕਿੰਕੀ ਟਾਈਪ ਦਾ ਨੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਝੁਮਕਾ ਬੜਾ ਫੰਕੀ ਫੰਕੀ ਟਾਈਪ ਦਾ ਕਟਿਲੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਜੈਸੇ ਨੋਬ ਰੁਗੀਲੀ ਨਾਈਬ ਦਾ ਨੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਖਰਾ ਬੜਾ ਹੈਂਗੀ ਪੈਂਗੀ ਟਾਈਪ ਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਹਿੱਟ ਗਾਣੇ ਭੇਜੋ ਖਬਰ ਮਤ ਖਾ ਦੇਗੀ ਤू फटीचर से ये दिल बन जाएगा शहजादा ऊंची वाली हील पहन कर डांस बसंती डांस बसंती डांस बसंती ओ हर लिमिट की हाइट पे चढ़ गए डांस बसंती डांस बसंती हम डांस बसंती डांस डांस डांस
नचले नचले जरा नचले नचले जद पे
दिल की पतंग देखो उड़ी उड़ी जाए
तरने तरनो मेलो जाम्यो जाम्यो हेतनो हुरो तरने तरनो मेलो जाम्यो जाम्यो हेतनो हुरो मेरे जीवन के कल्ले में मेरा प्यार ही तो मेरा
आ जाओ on the beach यार फोटो मेरी खींच टूटी किस्मत होगी तेरी कर तू नहीं है बात न माने
आज भी है पानी 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 और तुम भी सानी 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 आ जाओ on the beach यार फोटो मेरी खींच टूटी किस्मत होगी तेरी तो तू नहीं है बात न माने
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together to welcome the groomsmen and the immediate family members for this very sacred ceremony, the Vivah Sanskaraha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and give a very rousing welcome to the man of the hour, Dhruvin Hirpara, the Dhruv. Take your shoes off, put your right foot first.
Okay, thank you. Great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if everyone please be seated. It appears that on my right hand side and the left hand side, there's the groom side on my left, the bride side on the right side. But today, both sides are becoming one, so please choose a chair, not the side. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone who are here, please be seated. We would truly appreciate your cooperation. Welcome to this very beautiful summer day in Canada. Don't be fooled, these are very few days in our year. Very few left. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of both the families, would like to extend all of you a very hearty welcome on this very auspicious day. Welcome. You have been welcomed today because you are close in distance of love, if not the miles that you have traveled. Your presence is a part of the celebration, and without everyone present here, this celebration would not be complete. You are here to celebrate and witness the moment of love in lives of Dhruvin and Sneha. All of you and your friendship which stretch from the past into the future are here to make this moment complete and full. You are welcome because of your gifts of love, friendship, guidance, the values and the ideals, the gifts of being who you are. And each of you have given these gifts to both Dhruvin and Sneha. And now today, they will give themselves to each other in the divine presence of God Almighty, the sacred fire, Brahmin the priest, and this august assemblage as a witness to this sacrament. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness a sacrament as enjoined in the ancient scriptures of the Hinduism, known as the Vedas. Vedas, the first book of knowledge of mankind, prescribes the 16 sacraments to every Hindu child born to the Hindu parents. There are 3 prenatal sacraments and 13 postnatal sacraments. The first prenatal sacrament is given at the conception, that is known as the Garbhadan Sanskaraha. The second at the completion of the first trimester, that's when the sex of the fetus is determined, whether the child to be born is going to be male or female, and that sacrament is known as Puslan Sanskaraha. The third and last prenatal sacrament is given at the completion of the second trimester, now that the fetus is fully developed and is able, willing, and ready to understand everything surrounding the environment while still in the mother's womb. And that third sacrament is known as the Simantana Sanskaraha. गुजराती में आपने कोड़ो भरवाने विधि कही है, हिंदी में उसे हम गोद भराई की रस्म कहते हैं, और in English it is known as a baby shower puja, the baby shower ceremony. That's the 3 prenatal and 13 postnatal. Ladies and gentlemen, the marriage is a postnatal sacrament. It is the 13th of the 16 sacrament given to every child. Marriage, according to the philosophy of the Hinduism, is not a concession to the human weaknesses, but is a means of spiritual growth. Through the vehicle of the marriage ceremony, both the bride and the groom recognize the presence of God in the relationship. The marriage is not a covenant or contract, it's a sacrament. The very word vivaha sanskara as we call it, the Sanskrit meaning of the vivaha, meaning that visheshane vahane sha vivaha. One, the flowing of love continuously from wife to husband and from husband to wife, without any precondition, without any expectation. Just like the flowing of a river. When the river flows, it flows breaking through all the obstacles and difficulties on her path. The river's aim and the goal is simply to merge with the ocean. To the extent that in attaining that goal of hers, she breaks through the banks, breaks through the mountains and challenges all that lie ahead of her, and ultimately meets with the ocean, and even to the extent she loses her own personal identity. The sweet water of the river becomes the salty water of the ocean. Such is the love for the river to meet with the ocean. Such should be the love of husband to the wife, without any expectation, without any condition, where the love flows throughout from both of them to each other. That is a vivaha, that is a vivaha sanskaraha. You will in few moments witness where the parents of the bride are going to honor the groom. Here the honor of the groom is not as a Dhruvin Hilpara, but Dhruvin in essence here is embodiment of the Vishnu, the preserver, of the Trinity Godhead of the Hindu philosophy, Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the eliminator, just like in the Christian philosophy, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The groom here represents the second Trinity, that of the Vishnu. And the bride, Sneha, who would enter a few moments later, Sneha in essence is the embodiment of Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, of the Sri, or the wealth. Therefore, this marriage is not simply between Dhruvin and Sneha, but this in essence is the union of the Vishnu and Lakshmi. A વિવાહ સંસ્કાર છે. આ માત્ર ધ્રુવીન અને સ્નેહાના નહીં, પરંતુ આ વિષ્ણુ અને લક્ષ્મીના લગ્ન છે. એ ભાવનાથી આપણે આ સંસ્કાર કરવાના છીએ. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the 18 scriptures of the Hindu philosophy known as Purana. One Puran is known as a Vishnu Puran, and the Vishnu Puran's qualities in which describes how husband and wife complete each other. The Vishnu Puran reads like this: if he, the groom, is a Vishnu, then she, the bride, is the Sri, or the goddess of wealth, or the Lakshmi. If she is the language, he is thought. If he is duty, he is right. If he is ocean, she is soul. If he is day, she is night. If he is justice, she is truth. If she is beauty, he is the strength. And if she is body, he is the soul. We are here to unite not two bodies, but we are here to unite two souls so firmly that from this moment onward, their bodies seem to remain separate, but the souls in them will merge and become one. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, this is a holy sacred sacrament. May I request each and every one of you, please do not talk at all during this sacred sacrament. આ એક સંસ્કાર છે. આપણા પવિત્ર સંસ્કારને આપણે માન આપવું જોઈએ, એનો આદર કરવો જોઈએ, એની મર્યાદા જાળવવી જોઈએ. We must respect and give the due honor that this sacrament deserves. May I once again very humbly ask each and every one of you, please do not talk at all. If your neighbor feels like talking, tell him or her that the talking for the next hour or so is not allowed. I will really appreciate your cooperation. Secondly, please turn off that modern miracle of the communication, otherwise known as the cell phone, iPhone, BB, Samsung, whatever you have. Please put it on the vibrator mode. I'm sure you will not miss a call. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very fortunate to have a wonderful ensemble of the Shehnai and the flute, one of the greatest artists of the GTA, and he travels all over the North America. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Khan, Sahil Khan and Dr. Khan accompany him. They will be providing us with the musical interlude, the traditional wedding songs, and of course the traditional instruments of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big hand. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, how about the last 10 seconds of the bachelorhood of Dhruvin? Let's do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. We will begin with the prayer to the Lord Ganesha, the embodiment of that one which is totally formless, contrary to the major misconceptions that the Hindus believe in many gods. We do not believe in many gods. We believe in only one God that is also totally formless, the Nirakara Brahma. One that is totally formless, one that is omnipotent, omnipresent and omniscient. We simply invoke that which is present in a various different form for a various different function. That functional manifestation of one that is Nirakara, formless, that is given a name and the form through which we will pray to the Lord Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, the prayer to the Ganesha will begin. Thank you and God bless you all. Hastam prakshalya, wash your hand. Hastam prakshalya. Now you drink the water 3 times. Om Keshvaya Namah Swaha. Om Narayana Namah Swaha. Om Madhvaya Namah Swaha. Govindaya Namaha. Wash your hand. Govinde Hastam Prakshalya. Haste Sadan Pushpanim Gritva Devata Namaskara. Om Sriman Mahaganadhipade Namaha. Ishra Devatabhyo Namaha. Kula Devatabhyo Namaha. Gram Devatabhyo Namaha. Sthana Devatabhyo Namaha. Vastu Devatabhyo Namaha. Vani Hindurvabhyam Namaha. Sachi Purandarabhyam Namaha. Mata Pitrishan Kamlebhyo Namaha. Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Sarvebhyo Brahmanebhyo Namo Namaha. Sumukha Segadantasya Kapiloga Jaganakaha. Lambodara Savikato Vinanaso Vinayaka Dhumrake Durganadaksho Bhalachandro Vajanana Dvadasaitani Namani Yapatishnu Yadapi Vidyarambe Vivahe Cha Pravese Nidgame Tata Sangrame Sankare Seva Vignastasya Najayate Shuklambaradaram Devam Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadnam Dhiyayeta Sarvignopushante Abhisitata Siddhita Puita Usurasure Sarvignas Tasmai Ganadhipate Namaha Sarvamangal Mangalye Sive Sarvartha Sadhike Charanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Hari Om Mahagananandva Ganapatikum Havamahe Priyanandva Priyapatikum Havamahe Nidhinandva Nidhipatikum Havamahe Vaso Mama Ahamajani Garbhadamat Tvamajasi Garbhadhamma Om Siddhibuddhi Sridhaya Isman Mahaganadhipate Namaha Mahaganprim Dhyayami Pujyami Namaskaromi Hari Om Mahatatvayami Brahmana Vandamanadastaste Yajamano Havirvihi Ahiramano Varuneha Bodharushavu Samana Ayu Pramukhi Kalasamadhye Pam Varun Devata Namo Namaha Varun Devatam Dhyayami Pujyami Namaskaromi Hari Om Maha Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tridhani Dadhi Padamma समूढमस्य पाग्नो सुरे स्वाहा विष्णवे नमः लक्ष्मीनारायण देवताभ्यो नमो नमः ध्यायामि पूजयामि नमस्करोमि ब्रह्मा मुरारी त्रिपुरांतकारी भानो शशि भूमि सुतो बुधस्य गुरुश्च शुक्र शनि राहु केतु सर्वे ग्रहा शांतिकरा भवन्तु नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ध्यायामि पूजयामि नमस्करोमि वन्दे श्रीपुरुषोत्तमं च परमं धामाक्षरं ज्ञानदम् वन्दे प्रागजिभक्तमेव मनघम् ब्रह्मस्वरूपं मुदा वन्दे यज्ञपुरुषदासचरणं श्रीयोगिराजं तथा वन्दे श्रीप्रमुखं महन्तमनिषा मोक्षाय भक्त्या सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ओम श्री सद्गुरु परमात्मने नमः इति मंत्रेण आवाहित देवतानाम् एक मंत्रेण ध्यान आवाहन सहित गंधाक्षत पुष्पेषु पूजयेत. With these mantras, the chanting of the various hymns, ladies and gentlemen, we have offered our obeisance, we have offered our prayers to all the invited, the invoked energies of this universe, various different energies for the purpose of this holy sacrament, the marriage ceremony for the spouse. Now the parents of the bride are going to make the solemn resolve, which we call the sankalpa, the resolve to perform the Vard Puja as a Vishnu. The sankalpa is going to be done, if you please say 3 times, Om Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Om Vishnu. Hare Om Mahavishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. अत्रादि महामंगल प्रदे मासाना मासो तमे मासे पितर आषाढ़ मासे कृष्ण पक्षे शुभ अष्टम्याम तिथो मंदवासे कन्यातनम ग्राहकम वरम मधुपर्केण. Of you will say aham harsha ishya, meaning that you are committing, you are making resolve, you are agreeing to perform this puja, the prayer for the room of vision. Iti subha sankalpaha. Looking at Dhruvin, repeat after me, say Om Sadhu Bhavana Tvam Achishyamo Bhavantam. Please take this rice in your right hand and repeat after me, say Om Archaya. Place it under the head, the knees. Holding this Vishtara, looking at the groom, would you please repeat after me? Say Om Vishtaro, Vishtaro, Vishtaraha, Prati, Gruha, Tam. Take this in your right hand. Say Om, Prati, Gruha, Nami. Place it under the chair, please. What is just being offered by the parents of the bride, the holy kush grass, the blades of the kush grass tied together as a holy mat to sit upon. In our scriptures, the 2 ashan or the 2 maids are considered very holy. One made of the pure wool, that is known as unashan, and second made of the holy kush grass, that is known as kushashan. Offering the kushashan to the groom, the parents of the bride have requested him to be seated upon this holy kush grass that we are offering unto you. And Dhruvin accepting it, placing under the chair, so he has accepted the offer. Looking at the groom, say Om Padyam, 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 Prati, Gruha, Dham. Take this water in your right hand, please. Keeping your right foot on the plate, sprinkle the water on your toe, please, and say Om Prati, Gruha, Nami. Gandhakshat pushpesu pujayeta. Just place the rice and flower on his right toe, please. Thank you. Okay. Honoring the groom with the holy kush asan, offering him the water and washing his feet. Next, now the parents of the bride are going to honor the groom with the mantras solely dedicated for the prayer or the worship of the Vishnu. These hymns are taken from the Narayana Upanishad, which are solely dedicated for the Vishnu oblation. Narayana Upanishad na mantroથી કન્યાના માતા પિતા વિષ્ણુ સ્વરૂપે પધારેલા વરરાજાનું અહીંયા પૂજન કરશે. Oblation of the groom is a Vishnu with a special hymn solely dedicated for the Vishnu oblation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Narayana Upanishad. Hari Om Sasasirasam Devam Vishwaksam Vishasambhuvam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Padam Narayana Paro Jyotir Atma Narayana Paraha Narayana Param Brahma Tattvam Narayana Paraha Tasyaha Sikhaya Madhye Paramatma Vivastitaha Sa Brahma Sa Shivaha Sa Harihi Sa Indraha So Aksharaha Paramahaswarata Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Offer it to him, please. With these mantras, the parents of the bride have honored groom as a Vishnu with the hymns from the Narayana Upanishad. After me, say Om Madhuparko Madhuparko Madhuparkaha Prati Gruha Tam. Take this in your left hand, Dhruvin, with the right hand remove the leaf. Looking into the mixture that you have taken the scone, please stir the mixture 3 times and then you will taste it 3 times. Om Yan Madhuno Madhavam Paramam Rupanadhyena. Tastes good?
Yes.
Very good, yeah. Thank you. Put the coin back in there, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what is just being offered by the parents of the bride to the groom, a container containing yogurt and honey mixed inseparably, whereby the parents of the bride ask the groom, the Dhruvin has this container has a mixture mixed inseparably, would you remain such inseparable part of our family? The Dhruvin, accepting, stirring and tasting 3 times, makes a solemn proclamation that I, Dhruvin Hirpara, make this solemn promise that I will remain such inseparable part of your family as the content of this mixture cannot be separated from each other. And I further proclaim that as the sweetness of this content cannot be removed from it, I will maintain a sweet inseparable relationship with the family. Have you gotten that consent from the groom? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to invite the bride to the mandap. But prior to her arrival, it is customary to chant the Mangalastakam, and the curtain will be known as
Yo, should I pretend to faint? Should I pretend to faint? You guys have to catch me. सुदीनं तदेव ताराबलं चन्द्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं दैवबलं तदेव लक्ष्मीपते ते त्रयुगं स्मरामि. Go ahead. Come closer. Place the garland on it. Go ahead. Me?
Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
Dhruvin.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Say how you doing.
The bride is taken place, as you saw in the beginning, where the parents of the bride honored the groom as a Vishnu, the preserver. Now they're going to honor their daughter as a Lakshmi, or the goddess wealth or the prosperity. This oblation of the Lakshmi is done with the mantras. Shri Suprana mantra di kanya na mata pita. Lakshmi Survadi kanya nu yaha pujan karse with the Shri Sutta mantra. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarna Rajatasya Jam Chandram Hiranmayi Lakshmim Jata Vedom Avaha Tvam Avaha Jata Vedo Lakshmim Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamasva Purushanaham Om Mahalakshmi cha vidmahe Vishnupatni cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayat Sri Varchasvam Ayusham Arogyam Chobhamanam Mahiyate Dhanam Dhanyam Pasum Bahuputra Labham Satsamvatsaram Dirgamayurastu. Please take this in your hand, accept it. Both hands, yeah. With these mantras, the parents of the bride have offered their oblation to the Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, the prosperity. As you saw, where both the bride and the groom offered each other the flower garland. That placing of the flower garland is also in our scripture known as the Gandharva Vivah Vidihi, where Gandharvas, the ancient kings, for the purpose of their princess marriage, would invite the eligible bachelors from the kingdom. On an appointed day, all the invited bachelors will come to the king's court, and the princess with the garland on her hand will place her garland on the one from the invited bachelors to whom she wants to marry. We have invited only one bachelor here, and he is the only one who got the garland rose. Ladies and gentlemen, the next ritual is known as a Varmala. Varmala is in essence is a garland made from pure cotton thread. This one has beads surrounding it, but the purpose of this or significance of this Varmala is it is made of the pure cotton thread. One single thread can break easily, but wound 24 times it makes unbreakable. It is also a circle, the symbol of eternity, one that is neither the beginning nor the end. Placing this one loop garland on both the bride and the groom together, uniting them in an eternal bond, and also asking them from this moment onward, all the 24 tendencies that we have, they will be in control and command of those tendencies, not the tendencies will run them or rule them. Placing this through this garland, both of the parents will take part. Aap banne aavi jao tyan. You two both stand there, please. With the chanting of the mantra, both the bride and the groom, Sneha and Dhruvin, are now going to be united in an eternal bond to be wedded as a husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, the Varmala. Om Tadeva Lagnam Sudinam Tadeva Tara Balam Chandra Balam Tadeva Vidya Balam Deva Balam Tadeva Lakshmi Patete Drayugam Smarami. With this one loop garland, both Dhruvin and Sneha are now united to be wedded as husband and wife. Even if they want to go anywhere, they can't go without each other. Yes. Please be seated. Thank you. The next ritual is known as the Kanyadan, or offering of the bride's hand, the daughter's hand in marriage. Kanyadan is the most sacred ritual performed by the parents of the bride. Sankalpa, first they will do the Sankalpa, the resolving of their own free will and volition to offer their daughter's hand in marriage to Dhruvin. This sacred ritual will begin with the Sankalpa. If both of you once again, if you please stay on Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Harihi Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Atrade Maha Mangal Farprade Masa Nama Sottame Mase Vedrasad Mase Krishna Pakshe Subho Astayam Tidho Bhanu Vasre Asmin Punya Hai Asyayaha Sneha Namni Kanyaya Anena Dhruvin Namna Varena Dharma Prajaya Uboyoho Vansvraddi Artham Tadacha Mama Samasta Pitrunam Niratasya Ananda Brahmaloka Praptyadi Kanya Dana Kalpokta Phalavapte Anena Dhruvin Namna Varena Asyayam Sneha Namni Kanyayam Utpradeshimana Santatyam Dasvaruan Ekvisade Purusanu Udrutam Brahmi Vivavidhi Nam Sri Lakshmi Narayana Preetaye. Both of you please say Kanya Danam Aham Karishye. Kanya Danam Aham Karishye. They made the solemn resolve to offer their daughter's hand. The Sankalpa is done. Now actual giving away the bride's hand will take place. But prior to giving her hand, the parents of the bride going to place few articles on their daughter's hand. Placing of these articles in essence is a silent dialogue between the bride and the parents. If you put your right hand, please. Firstly, they're going to place a turmeric root meaning the good health and married life. Secondly, placing the rice on her hand. Rice in our Sanskrit language is called akshata. Na kshayati sa akshata, that which never diminishes, that which never decays, that which never grow old. Placing the rice on her hand, they are wishing her that may your relationship, may your married life be like akshata, may it never grow old, may it never decay, and may it never decline. Placing the silver coin on her hand, they are wishing her wealth and prosperity. Fourthly, placing this holy kush grass, as I mentioned earlier, the gentleman, this holy kush grass has it is believed, quality of touch, purifying everything it touches. Placing this holy grass on her daughter's hand, they are suggesting to her that, Sneha, as this grass has a quality of purifying everything it touches, may you maintain that quality in your married life. Let your good character affect others, but let not others' character affect your married life. Lastly, placing the water on her hand, they are suggesting to her that as this water is cool and calm, may you maintain cool and calmness. As this water is pure, may you maintain the purity in your character. And as this water is sweet, may you maintain the sweetness throughout your married life. Having placed all these articles on the daughter's hand, ladies and gentlemen, both hands will now be united. Raju, you come on this side. Holding Dhruvin's right hand. Holding. Both hands will be united at the completion of the mantra. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kanyadan or Hastamilap or Pani Grahan Sanskaraha. 3 times again. Om Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Hari Om Mahavishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Adakanchala Kundala Kankana. Vala Nupur Katimekala, Bhuja Chudike Churanga, the Bhusita Mete Samvastu Matranam Sahasta Pajita, Gravitanu Sarena, Eko Tarsakoti Kulludhara Se Sida Rupine. Dhruvin Namna Varaya Tata Santan Parampravade Achandra Kam Yavat Imam Sneha Namni Sri Rupini Kanyayam Etha Shakalan Kratam Swajjana Sakshir Vivishnur Agnin. ब्राह्मण सन्निधो वेद शास्त्र पुराणोक्त सतगुणीकृत रात्रि ज्योति फल प्राप्ति कामः. Both of you will say bharya tvena tubhyam aham sam pradadde ten bhaganto Lakshmi Narayano priyatam. Ladies and gentlemen, both hands are now united. Both Dhruvin and Sneha have accepted each other as husband and wife. Sneha and Dhruvin, the cover that is placed on your union, that signifies that from this moment onward, everything that happens in your married life will remain within the family and will not become talk of the town. આજથી તમારા ઘરમાં તમારા પરિવારમાં જે પણ થાય એ બધું પરિવાર ફેમિલીમાં જ સીમિત રહેવું જોઈએ. બારે એની ચર્ચા ન થાય એનું આપણે ખાસ ધ્યાન રાખવાનું. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, now the few words are going to be spoken by the parents of the bride, the parents of the groom. आप दोनों खड़े हो जाइए, please, both of you. Both the parents will stand. Kiran Ben, Naresh Bhai. These words are spoken on behalf of the Raju Bhai and Jayaji. I will mention as it is given to us in our scriptures, then I will explain what has been said by them to you both. Here it goes, that Prathivyadi Mahabhutaha Shakshinya Sarvadevataha Imam Kanyam Pradasyami Pitrunam Taranaya Cha. मम वंशकुले जाता यावत् वर्षाणि पोषितां तुभ्यं वरं मया दत्ता पुत्र पौत्र विवर्धिनीं गौरीं कन्या इमा विप्र यथा शक्ति विभूषितां पुत्राय शर्मे तुभ्य दत्ता विप्र समाश्रयः. Meaning that in the divine praises of the elements of the universe, the space, the air, the fire, the water, and the earth, our daughter Sneha, born in our family, her hand has been given in the hand of your son Dhruvin from this moment onward to love, honor, and cherish as his lawfully wedded wife. Mr. and Mrs. Hirpara, as the parents of the bride, have taken care of the daughter Sneha for all these years. She has been the apple of their eyes. From this moment onwards, she is coming to your home as your daughter-in-law. May you maintain and keep her happy and look after her as they have done for all these years. So it's being requested to you, so it's been said to you, so shall be done. Thank you. Please greet each other. Thank you. હવે સાચા વેવાઈને વેવાણ થયા. હવે આપ સમધી और समझन बन गए. Thank you so much. Push the chairs a little further back, please. Push your पाछળ कर दीजिए. Ladies and gentlemen, the next ritual we're going to start is the Mangal Fera, the 4 sacred circles around the fire. The Havan cone will be brought in the center of the mandap, please. Om Agnim Prajwalitam Vande Jat Vidudasanam Turmamla Samradam Visato Mukham Pradayagna Narayanaya Namaha Agnim Dhyayami Pujayami Namaskaromi. Before start of the sacred circles around the fire, sister of the groom will come and tie the nuptial knot. Chera gathar mate. Payal ben avi jao please.
I don't know how to ask. She's in her pocket. What does?
Go behind the chairs. As I chant the mantra, you will tie the coat money.
That might be easier. Yeah.
Dupatta chant?
Yeah.
Om Ganadipyam Namastubhyam Umam Lakshmim Saraswatim Dampatyo Rakshanarthaya Patagrantham Karomyaham. The sister of the groom is tying the nuptial knot. And when we say tying the knot, we literally tie the knot here, okay, ladies and gentlemen? There you go, so tight. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
Good job.
Dhruvin and Sneha, excuse me. God will give you many more moments in your married life to do many prayers and many yagnas and pujas together as a husband and wife. But today, this is your first prayer. So let this prayer be one that you both will remember throughout your natural life. Closing your eyes, think of the image of the Lord that you pray to. And may I invite all of you, everyone present here as a witness to this sacrament. Please clasp your hands, closing your eyes, thinking of the image of the God or no image of the God that you pray to. Let's all pray together for the blessings to this newly wedded couple. Ladies and gentlemen, I do recognize there are many people here from different faith, but let me just say, the image or no image of the God we pray to may be different. The language in which we offer our prayer to the Lord, that prayer language may be different. The manner in which the prayer is offered, the manner of prayer may be different. But have no doubts that the destination of all the prayers is the same. दुआ के लिए जब हाथ उठते हैं तो ये हाथ उसी शक्ति की ओर जाती है, उसी एक परमात्मा की ओर हमारी प्रार्थना जाती है। आइए हम सब मिलके एक बार प्रार्थना करें इस नव दंपति के लिए। Ladies and gentlemen, like they say that आकाशां पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरं सरदयो नमस्कार केशवं प्रतिगच्छति. As the falling rain water merges into the ocean wherever it falls upon, so all the prayers said by the human being, goes to the same destination. Let's all pray together. Thank you. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Meaning, O God, Thou art the giver of life, the remover of pains and sorrows, and the bestower of happiness. O Creator of the universe, may we receive Thy supreme sin-destroying light. May Thou guide our intellect in the right direction and lead us to righteous path. Dearest Bhagavan, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother Durga, saints and sages of all religions, we bow to you all and humbly ask for your divine presence and the blessings for this newly wedded couple. As the different streams having their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea. So, O Lord, the different paths which men take through the different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to Thee. Amen. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With these mantras, the prayers are being offered. Thank you for all your participation. The brother of the bride will come to the mandap place to offer the grains in the sister's hand. Come. There on this side. On this side. One. Bechem. Both of you, please stand. Put your hands together, both hands like up. You will go first, offer the few, hold it in the left hand. With the right hand, as I check the mantra, you will place this grain only one by one. Then you will 4 times on the sister's hand. When I say swaha, without the palm, holding the palm, place it in the fire. Just 2, you start and then the... Om Aryamanam Devam Kanya Agnimayakshata Sanno Aryama Deva Predamuchatu Mapateha Swaha Idam Aryamani Dannamama. Hold the right hand. Go. Slowly walk around. Mangal Phero. Come, brother, again. Hello. We do this 4 times. Leave the flowers, sir, please.
Oh. Yeah. Call them as well. Uncle, there are flower na khana, there are lokone pe bola. The flowers are mommy not yet.
Okay. Om Yanayu Brozela Jano Bandika Ayushman Sume Patire Dam Gnatayo Mama Swaha
Without the pan.
Idam Agne Idanna Mama Bijo Phero. Bijo Mangal Phero. Om Imanadano Pagnayo Samriddhi Karanam Tava Mamatobhyancha Sammananam Tada Agninun Manyatam Iyam Swaha Idam Agne Idanna Mama Trijo Phero. Third. Trijo Mangal Phero. Put the hands together again. Krishna, Sneha. You will lead. You will follow her. Okay. You will come here, you will sit, you will listen, and you will honest. Okay. Okay, brother? All right. Om Tubhyagre Paryavahana Suryam Vahaduna Saha Punah Patibhyo Jayam Dagni Prajaya Saha Om Bhagaya Swaha Idam Bhagaya Idanna Mama All right, thank you. Can you guys take this one outside, please? Please. Thank you, thank you. Please, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Please return to your places, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the 4th circle around the fire. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We just completed the 4 circles. As you saw on the first 3 circles, husband was leading and wife was following him. The first circle is that of the dharma, the righteousness, the duty, the performance of the duty as a husband, duty as a father to be, duty as a son, duty as citizen of the nation. Husband takes the lead and wife supports him in performance of all the duties. Second circle around the fire is that of the earther, creation of wealth, making money, bringing bread on the table. Husband takes the lead and the wife will give her full support in creation of wealth. So now on, Dhruvin will make money and Sneha will spend money. Third circle around the fire, that of the kama, the procreation, material enjoyment. Husband takes the lead and wife supports him according to the season. They enjoy the material gift given to them. Having supported her husband on the 3 stages, the dharma, the righteousness, the duty, Earth, creation of wealth, karma, the material enjoyment. On the fourth circle, wife leads and husband follows her. The fourth circle in our scriptures is known that of the moksha, the salvation or the nirvana. Wife reminds her husband that our union as a husband and wife is not simply to eat, drink and be merry, but the Lord has united us to attain that ultimate goal of our existence on this earth, that is of the moksha, the salvation or the nirvana. Therefore, on the fourth stage, now she sits on the left-hand side of her husband's side, and thus she becomes a Ardhangini. Ardha means half, Ang means the body, the better half of her husband's body. She will also be known now as a Vamangini. Vam, the word Vam in Sanskrit meaning the left. From the Vam side, the left side of the husband is that where she is seated now, and that's why she is also known as a Vamangini. Like in our Christian scriptures, when God wanted to create the woman, He did not create the woman from the feet of the man, toe of the man, or the head of the man, but the woman was created from the left rib of the man. In Hinduism, the Lakshmi, the woman was created from the left arm of the Lord. ભગવાન વિષ્ણુની ડાબી ભુજામાંથી લક્ષ્મીજીનું પદાર્પણ થયું હતું. Thus, on the left-hand side, that's where the Lakshmi, now the Lakshmi is seated on the left side of the Vishnu. Thus, she becomes the Vamangini. That's the purpose of the changing of the space now being on the left side. And as you saw, little commotion over here, who sit down first. Sneha had advantage. But most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, 99.9% of the time, the man sits down first. It is, the legend is that whoever sits down first on the chair gets to rule the house. And generally, 99% of the time, the man sits down first on the chair, but all the men know who rules your house. તમે બધા જે માંડવામાં પેલા બેઠા હતા તમને ખબર તમારા ઘરમાં કોનું હાલે છે. Now Sneha has taken her place right from the beginning, so Dhruvin has no problem whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, the next ritual that you're going to witness is known as the Saptapadi, the 7 marriage vows. Both Sneha and Dhruvin, both of you, please stand. As I place this betelness in front of you, and I will read the vows as per the scriptures that we have. In the affirmation of the vow that I am about to read to you, you both will, holding each other's right hand, will place your right toe on each of these betelnut placed in front of you. The first vow is that of the destiny. The Saptapadi, the 7 vows, Dhruvin and Sneha, this first vow is that of the destiny. Karma, the good deeds in past lives have brought you together. You will continue fulfilling your destiny together as husband and wife, so long as you both shall live. That's the right toe. The second vow is that of the family. You will care for one another's families, for today they have become one. Remember, marriage is not the union of only 2 people, but today 7 generations of Harish Bhai and 7 generations of Raju Bhai are being united together as one. This is the union of the 7 generational bond that you both have created. You look after each other's family, young and old alike, and take care of them. It's the third step of the nourishment. You both will nourish one another, body, mind, and soul. The fourth step is that of the constancy. Through every season and phase in your lives, you both will nurture, support, and encourage one another. Never look at the negatives of each other, magnify the positive, ignore the negatives. Life will be very happy. Fifth is that of the fidelity. You'll be sincere and faithful to one another and fall in love with each other again and again. Take the sixth step, that of the respect. You will trust and respect one another and communicate with a sweet tongue and open mind. Sneha and Dhruvin never hide anything from each other, even mentally. Remember, the communication is a foundation of a successful married life. Take the seventh and last step, that of the unity. You will always remain devoted companions, lifelong partners, and above all, you both will live as true friends. It is not the lack of love in married life, ladies and gentlemen, but it is lack of friendship in the marriage that causes the problem. Always remain the true friends of each other. Married life will be bliss. Thank you. Thank you. The next ritual is that of the Mangal Sutra. Can I please have the Mangal Sutra?
Just stand up, I think.
Yeah. The Mangal Sutra literally meaning Mangal means auspicious, Sutra means thread, an auspicious ornament offered by husband to his wife.
Such a beautiful.
This is the first ornament given by Dhruvin to Sneha. Ladies and gentlemen, in my hand is this necklace, the Mangal Sutra. The significance of this black beaded garland or necklace is, in times of need, this is a symbol of the commitment of married woman to her husband. In times of need, she can give up everything she has. But one thing she will never give up is this Mangal Sutra, because this is a symbol of her commitment to her husband. Please press this as I chant the mantra. Om Mangaldantu nanena Mama Jeevana Hetunam Kanthe Badanavi Subha Jiva Sarada Satamma.
Okay, you don't have to do that.
Take your time, don't worry. The next ritual is sindoor or red vermilion and red powder on the hair lining of the wife. Holding this tray in your left hand with the right hand, taking the pinch, and you'll place from the front to the back. As I chant the mantra, please apply the sindoor. Om Sindura Sarva Saubhagyam Sindura Sukha Sampada Damami Tav Simante Sindura Sukha Vardhanam. The red vermilion powder is the symbol of a married woman's commitment to her husband. It used to be that every married Hindu woman in the morning, before placing any kind of makeup, with the moisturizer, foundation, anything, the first thing she would place is the red powder in her hair lining as a commitment to her husband. And as I said, it used to be. The next is a consult. The mother-in-law will come. I like to call her mother-in-law rather than mother-in-law. Mother-in-law sounds very formal. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, and son-in-law. He is now going to feed him the first meal of the married life. Go ahead. Welcoming him. In our Gujarati tradition, he can hold on to your sari and ask anything he needs.
Your daughter. Oh, that's all I want.
Yeah. Kanyadana. Go ahead, feed your daughter too. The next ritual is Ladu. Is where Dhruvin will feel feed his wife the first meal of their married life. Dhruvin, this meal is the most important meal of your both married life, because with this meal, the four morsels that you're going to offer, whereby you're asking your wife that let our body, mind, soul, and intellect merge and become one. 4 times as I chant the mantra, the first will start with the pranaha. Om pranate pranam samdadami. Om mansahi mansam samdadami. Om astibihi astini samdadami. Om tvacha tvacham samdadami. All right. With this, as the mantra says, pranate pranam samdadami, let our prana, the soul merge and become one. Astibihi astini samdadami, the bones of our body. Mansahi mansam, the flesh of our body, and tvacha tvacham, the skins of our body, merge and become one. You are now united as one. Now you will feed your husband the first meal of your married life. No chanting of the mantra, you are now one in body, mind, soul, and intellect. Just go ahead, feed him every day like that. Roz jamar jaave. Thank you. The next ritual, ladies and gentlemen, is that of the ring ceremony. Can I please have the wedding rings, please?
Mummy na po.
Shanti Jalaso, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, excuse me, in my hand are the 2 rings, the wedding ring, Dhruvin and Sneha. The wedding ring is outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual bond which unites the 2 hearts in endless love. The circle is the emblem of the eternity. The gold, the type of both, is least tarnished and most enduring. It is to show that how lasting and imperishable is the faith now pledged by both of you. So let the ring be a fit token of that which is unending and continue to be you both, a symbol of the value, the purity, and the constancy of true wedded love. Let this ring be a symbol and the seal of vows in which you have both pledged your most solemn faith. Now therefore, you will please take this ring, looking at your wife. Would you please repeat after me? With this ring, I pledge myself to thee.
I pledge myself to thee.
With all the affections of my heart.
With all the affections of my heart.
You have my unending devotion.
You have my unending devotion.
So long as we both shall live.
So long as we both shall live.
You may place the ring now.
In front of us? In front of us?
Sneha, would you please take this ring and looking at your husband, repeat after me. With this ring, I pledge myself to thee.
I pledge myself to thee.
With all the affections of my heart.
With all the affections of my heart.
You have my unending devotion.
You have my unending devotion.
So long as we both shall live.
So long as both shall live.
You may place the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, with this ring ceremony, the wedding ceremony, the wedding sacrament, the 13th or the 16th sacrament is now coming to conclusion. What you have just witnessed, and a sacrament as enjoined in the ancient scriptures of the Hinduism known as the Vedas. Vedas are the first book of knowledge of mankind. This sacrament has been abbreviated in terms of the mantras and the hymns that were required, but all the pertinent steps have been covered. Because if we had to take all the steps and all the mantras that are provided for, you'll be here for the rest of the long weekend. We have taken few steps and the few mantras. This ceremony is coming to conclusion. Before the concluding, I would like to say thank you to Raju Bhai and Jayaji. As many of you know probably, that Raju Bhai has been Major General, a colonel in the Indian Army. He has served the nation with all his blood, sweat and tears. I salute him, and I'm sure you, all of you, salute for the service that you have given to this country, our country. Thank you, Raju Bhai. We thank you for your services to the nation. Thank you. I come in contact with the Hirparas, Kiran Ben and Harish Bhai. Of course, thank you for making me part of this celebration to you, Hiran Bhai and Kiran Ben. Thank you, Harish Bhai. It goes without saying that it's a beautiful, beautiful day that you chose, and God's mercy is already there. These few lines that I have, a special poem for both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to express my thoughts to the newlyweds. Dhruvin and Sneha, the title of the poem is A New Dawn. The dawn of a new life smiles at you as you stand here united together forever. The sun will shine a little brighter now, and the moonlight would glow with a golden hue. The breeze would flow ever so gently when you walk together through the corridor of life. The future has in store secret mysteries, testing you both from time to time. Dhruvin and Sneha, love is an understanding, a trust so fragile that like a silent prayer, it echoes inside. This beautiful romance is not a fairy tale. Your souls are bound together by sacred promises that you both have said. May the sun always shine on your window pane. May a rainbow be certain to follow each and every rain. May the hands of yours always be near. May God fill your hearts with love and cheers and cheers. May you both have 100 years of love-filled life. Thank you and God bless you. With this, ladies and gentlemen, like they say, by the power vested in me, by the government of Ontario, it is my proud privilege and distinct honor to introduce to you for the first time as Mr. and Mrs. Husband and Wife. Please put your hands together, Mr. Dhruvin and Mrs. Sneha Hirpara.
कि साहिबो मारो जाने गुलाब नो छोड़ के चैनियो सुगंध ना प्रीतनी रे कि साहिबा वाला मीठी मीठी तारी बातों जगाड़े आखी रातों आवा तो तारा प्रीतनी रे के बातों तारा प्रीतनी रे के बातों तारा प्रीतनी महफिलनी गजल छे तू प्रेमनो एक पड़ छे तू जाने मृग जड़ छे तू एक प्रेमनो पड़ छे तू हवे रात दिवस बस एक रटण तारू नाम ए साहिबा तारू नाम के साहिबो मारो जाने गुलाब नो छोड़ के चैनी को सुगंध ना प्रीतनी मीठी तारी बातों जगाड़े अभी रातों केवा तो तारा प्रीत नीरे केवा तो तारा प्रीत नीरे केवा तो तारा प्रीत
देवता रुद्रा देवता आदित्या देवता मरुतो देवता विश्वे देवा देवता बृहस्पति देवतेन्द्रो देवता वरुणो देवता ओम देव शांति अंतरिक्षगम शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापः शांतिरोषधयः शांतिर्ता कर्म एवा करजो एवा आशीष आपिये थाय सदा मंगलम ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षो मंगलाय तनोहरे सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते हिप हिप हुर्रे हिप हिप हुर्रे हिप हिप हुर्रे नमस्कार तुझे नासी वाला
That's 3 of 5.
Sneha, you have to win this game.
Happy
Okay, Sneha, go.
happiness of life is the conviction that we have love for ourselves. If there is anything better than being loved, it is loving. This evening, we are here just to celebrate love. We come together to witness and proclaim the joining together of these two persons in marriage. God does not make love that is wrong. This is the union of two individuals in heart, body, mind, and spirit. Therefore, marriage is not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, honestly, and deliberately. And it is into this union that Sneha and Dhruvin come now to be joined. You all have watched them grow. You have shared special moments together with them. Because you are the ones who have supported them and known them so well, it is only fitting that you are the ones to share this special and meaningful moment today. By your presence, you celebrate with them the love they have discovered in each other, and you support their decision to commit themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. Now let's take a moment to acknowledge those loved ones, for whatever reason, could not be with us here this evening. They who have given richly of their love are not forgotten in their absence, but remembered and treasured on this happy occasion. Now, Sneha, Dhruvin, what greater thing is there for two people than to feel that they can be joined together to strengthen each other in all labor, to comfort each other in all sorrow, to share with each other in all gladness, and to be one with each other in the silent, unspeakable memories. Marriage is such a coming together, the joining of two people, the union of two hearts. Marriage lives in the love you give each other, and it never grows old, but thrives on the joy of each new day. Marriage is love. There's a little prayer or poem, The Key to Love. The key to love is understanding, the ability to comprehend not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things they say, that there's so much just by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes without forgetting, but with remembering what you learn from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortunes as well as the bad together, both conquering problems, forever searching for ways to intensify your happiness. The key to love is giving, without thought or return, but with the hope of just a simple smile, or by giving in but never giving up. The key to love is respect, realizing that you are two separate people, but with different ideas, that you don't belong to each other, that you belong with each other and share a mutual bond. The key to love is inside all of us. It takes time and patience to unlock all the ingredients that will take you to its threshold. It is a continual learning process that demands a lot of work, but the rewards are more than worth the effort, and that is the key to love. Now, Sneha, Dhruvin, today you are taking into your care and trust the happiness of the one person in this world whom you love with all your heart, each other. You are agreeing to share life's deepest and richest experiences. You are adding to your life not only the affection of each other, but also the companionship and blessing of mutual respect. When you enter into marriage, you enter into life's most important relationship. It is a gift, given to bring comfort when there is sorrow, peace when there is unrest, laughter when there is happiness, and love when it is shared. Real love is caring more about the well-being and happiness of each other than your own needs and desires. Love makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joy more intense because you share them. It makes you stronger so you can become involved with life in ways you dare not risk alone. Real love says you are stronger together than when you are apart. In your marriage, cultivate flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. Comfort each other and strive to be each other's best friend. Most importantly, develop the capacity to forgive and heal your differences day by day. Always remember that your love can prevail, and it invites you to learn, to grow, and to expand your horizons. May you both be filled with a lifetime of happiness. Sneha and Dhruvin, you have invited these guests to share in the celebration of your love, a love that now culminates in your union as husband and wife. So I have a question for the guests, the witnesses here. Do you, the witnesses, give this couple your blessing and support, wishing them a wonderful life together? Yes. Now, for individual. Dhruvin, you have chosen Sneha to be your wife. Will you love and respect her? Will you comfort her? Will you be honest with her always? Keep her in sickness and in health, and be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Sneha, you have chosen Dhruvin to be your husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you comfort him? Will you be honest with him always? Keep him in sickness and in health, and be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Those are the right answers. Okay, we have some readings now, and we begin with Lisa. So Lisa, if you can come up around here.
Love, a poem by Roy Croft. My friend, I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You've done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means, after all.
Thank you, Lisa. And Vanessa?
Corinthians, reading number 1. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have no love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Thank you.
And now Teresa.
A reading from the first letter of John. Beloved, let us love one another, because love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, for God is love. God's love was revealed to us among us in this way. God sent his only Son to the world so that we might live through him. In this is love, not that we love God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the atoning sacrifice for our sins. Beloved, since God loved us so much, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is perfected in us.
And Raisa?
A reading from Matthew chapter 5. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up to the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven."
And the final reading is from the mother of the bride, Jaya.
Bless this marriage, O God, as Sneha and Dhruvin begin the journey down the road of life together. We don't know what lies ahead, for the road turns and bends. But help them to make the best of whatever comes their way. Help them to hug each other often, talk, and laugh a lot. Help them to continue to enjoy each other as they did when they first met. Help them to realize that nothing nor no one is perfect, and to look for the good in all things and all people, including themselves. Help them to respect each other's likes and dislikes, opinion and beliefs, hopes, dreams, and fears. Help them to learn from each other and to help each other to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Help them to realize that there's design and purpose in their lives, as in the world. And if they will hold on to each other, they will know that things have a way of working out for the good. Help them to create for their children a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. But most of all, dear God, help them to keep lit the torch of love that they now share in their hearts, so that by their loving example, they may pass on the light of love to their children and to their children's children forever. Amen.
Now we come to the exchanging of the vows. So will everyone please stand? Now, Sneha and Dhruvin, may I remind you that saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging or rewarding than living them day by day. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you. Now, please join hands, face each other. Now, Dhruvin, do you have your vows ready? So they are going to say their own vows, and Dhruvin will begin.
Sneha, as we embark on this lifelong journey, I promise to always nurture your kind-heartedness, to encourage your compassion, to see the good in people, because this is what makes you truly unique. I promise to always be steadfast in helping you face life's challenges, for there's no storm that we cannot weather when we are together. I promise you the patience that our love demands. And most importantly, I promise you the purest form of unconditional love, friendship, and loyalty. Sneha, loving you has been a splendid adventure, and I can't wait to make a lifetime of memories with you as your husband and designated driver for the rest of your life. This is my loving vow to you.
Okay, and now we have Sneha's vows to Dhruvin.
Okay. My dearest Dhruvi, I love you because of the way you make me feel when I'm with you. And the way I miss you when I'm away from you. Over the past... Okay. You know this.
It's okay.
Over the past 5 years, we made some memories that are so near and dear to my heart, and I'm so lucky that I get to spend an entire lifetime making more memories with you. Today, as we embark on this new chapter in our lives, I just want to say that I will love you and cherish you and honor you till eternity. I promise to be your companion, your confidant and friend, your ally in conflict, your greatest fan, but also your toughest critique. I promise to be your comrade in adventure, your consolation in disappointment, and your accomplice in mischief. I lastly promise to love and care for your family as I do my own. More importantly, however, I promise to find and eat Indian food with you wherever we travel, be it Southeast Asia or Costa Rica. I promise to watch some of the worst movies ever made just because you want to. I promise to steal and eat all the teplas your mom makes for you. And lastly, and of course, I promise to teach you all the latest reggaeton moves without losing patience. Jokes aside, I look forward to building a home and a family with you, and I'm so excited for our future together.
Okay, now for the exchanging of rings. Now, from earliest times, the ring has been a symbol of wholeness, perfection, and unending love. The rings you exchange today are symbols of love freely given with neither beginning nor ending. May these tokens serve not to bind you, but rather to remind you of the never-ending love and joy you have found in each other. Now, Dhruvin, please take the ring and place it on Sneha's finger and repeat after me. Sneha, please take this ring.
Sneha, please take this ring.
As a symbol of my love for you.
As a symbol of my love for you.
I promise to accept you for who you are.
I promise to accept you for who you are.
My best friend.
My best friend.
The one I live for.
The one I live for.
The one I care for.
The one I care for.
And the one I love.
And the one I love.
With all my heart.
With all my heart.
This day and forever.
This day and forever.
Now, Sneha, please place the ring on Dhruvin's finger and repeat after me. Dhruvin, please take this ring.
Dhruvi, please take this ring.
As a symbol of my love for you.
As a symbol of my love for you.
I promise to accept you.
I promise to accept you.
For who you are.
For who you are.
My best friend.
My best friend.
The one I live for.
The one I live for.
The one I care for.
The one I care for.
And the one I love.
And the one I love.
With all my heart.
With all my heart.
This day and forever.
This day and forever.
Lord, Bless and consecrate Sneha and Dhruvin in their love for each other. May these rings be a symbol of true love in each other and always remind them of their love. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Now, please, everyone, you can take your seats. Sneha and Dhruvin, I want to wish you both much love and happiness as you begin your new journey as husband and wife. May your relationship always be one of trust and love. May you always see and encourage the best in each other. May you appreciate and compliment each other's differences. May you be generous and giving with each other. May your sense of humor and playful spirit always continue to enliven your relationship. And may your home be a welcoming place for family and friends. Sneha and Dhruvin, your two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle. Recognizing your sincere promise to share your lives in marriage that you have made here today, in the presence of all these witnesses, by the power vested upon me by the province of Ontario, it is with great joy that I now pronounce you husband and wife. And you may seal your vows with a kiss. I have one more thing to take care of, and it's the signing of the legal documents, all important. And I'll ask Vanessa and Guillaume to join us at the side table here. There's just a little bit of room, but we'll manage here. And remain seated. We'll be right back. For a closing prayer. Today, as your two hearts unite, may God enter into your holy union and consecrate the love that brings you here. May you build together a lasting home, not of wood and stone and glass, but a mansion made of many rooms, filled with shared experience and furnished with shared love. And in your house of many rooms, remember to keep a place apart for thinking private thoughts and dreaming private dreams, a place where each of you can grow and share with God, a private you in contemplation and prayer. And from this day until forever, may the Lord remain with you always, to keep your love eternally young and your faith forever strong. Amen. Now, it is my great joy and pleasure to be the first to introduce to you husband and wife, Dhruvin and Sneha, in life, for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to the front doors over there as I'm going to introduce to you back for the first time now, Mr. and Mrs. Here, Paul. Give them a big round of applause.
It's Red One. It's Mr. Lover, yeah. Na 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 na, ooh na na na. Enrique and baby Serena.
Why wake till 6 a.m.? Time to work. Let me make you come again. Do it, yeah. Keep it hush, don't tell no one. Undercover, Miss Alaba, yeah. Got enough to turn you on. So, baby, just keep it a little secret. What they don't know won't do them no harm. We can do mouth to mouth when no speaking. We can see eye to eye in the dark. Oh, don't you need somebody? Baby, I wanna know to keep you up all night. Baby, I'm at your door. Don't you need somebody? When I knock, your love can let me in.
queda bailando hasta que salga el sol. Desde que la vi se metió en mi cabeza. Está buscando que la quiera y que me deje llevar por la marea. Le está gustando y no quiere que lo sepa. Pero tu mirada no me engaña y tu cintura me tiene al borde de la locura.
First and foremost, we'd like to acknowledge God's infinite blessings and the formidable support of our loving parents. And without them, this celebration of our love would be impossible.
To our beloved family and friends, we thank you so much for gracing our wedding and celebrating this very important milestone in our lives today. We are so very grateful to have each and every single one of you with us today.
So please join Sneha and I in raising a glass. Raising a glass to love, to life, to fate, and to the everlasting presence of family and friends.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Alukaran and Hirpara families cordially welcome you all to this celebration of Sneha and Dhruvin's wedding. Some of our guests, rather many of them have come from parts of Canada and USA, and some from as far off as India. We are indeed very grateful that they have spared so much of their time and a long weekend to be here with us. Now, looking back at the last 25 years of bringing up Sneha has always been a treat for me and Jaya. Sneha was born on the east coast city of Chennai in India. And at that time, we as couple had already been into 5 years of our marriage, and our close families have almost given up, and it was looking as if we are going to be a childless couple. So coming of Sneha was a great relief, because that suspicion was put to rest. And that night in a private nursing home, when I looked down into the eyes of the kid, it looked like me as if she's looking up in bewilderment, who is looking down at me. So we are very careful bringing her up. And Sneha was always a very cool kid. She always slept through the night. She drank gallons of milk. She ate well, and she never created any tantrums. And like it is wont to be with military families, in the next 10 years that we were in India, we moved all over from the east coast to the west coast, and we saw as many as 4 to 5 military stations, some nondescript locations close to Calcutta. Then we were to somewhere close to Tibet, then to Punjab. Then finally, we we said adieu to the army in Mumbai, and we came to Canada in 2002, just about the time the Hirparas landed. Then, in Canada, the transition was pretty much like a roller coaster ride. Initially, I had to go back for a couple of months to wrap up some matters back home. When I came back, I found the mother and child pretty well settled, and Sneha had adjusted so well. I don't know how a kid her age could do that. She was always telling me, "Daddy, you can do that this way," and this and that. I was very happy to have her around when I came back to Canada after 4 months of break. And in the last number of years, Sneha and me has always been a lot of activities together. She's the only kid. She always has to look up to me to initiate her to everything. We swam together, we cycled a lot, we trekked, we did a whole lot of things. But all the while, it was all interesting. Sneha used to wait for a moment to remind me that she has become better than me in things. Now I find that she's mostly better than me in most of the things. And I'm very happy for that. And she has grown up, she advanced. Like we advanced in our job and life in Canada. Sneha had made very strident steps. She has Academically, she is excelled. She has always been the teacher's pet. So I had no worries. All that I used to be worried that in come winter, I should see her home before it is dark. Otherwise, I never had to bother about Sneha. And over a period, I have always endeavored to give her the solid values. And I'm happy to note that she has indeed imbibed a lot of solid value systems. I have told her not to brook injustice. And I see that every day. Sneha plays it up. She has some moments, like sometime last month, we were walking down the Danliki way towards the lake shore. So Sneha was traipsing up and down from the sidewalk to the street and back. So I told Sneha, not many drivers look upon pedestrians like you kindly. So you know what? Sneha shoots off. He said, Daddy, what? They want to go to jail? So when those times come, I always remind Sneha. And I always say, Sneha the Great, I leave the thought with you. So splendid girl, Dhruvin. You have found a splendid girl. And, well, it would be happy times ahead. Now, coming to Dhruvin, when first Sneha started talking about Dhruvin and the first moves came, one thing which struck me was, Dhruvin was all about being proper. Whatever he did, he will do it properly. He had all planned out. And Sneha, but little not knowing that, while I noticed all these things, but some of the inputs which Sneha gave me helped him make headway faster. One thing he told me was, Sneha said, Dhruvin is a very simple guy. I said, how about? He said, he just wants to have a couple of kids. That's one of his aims. And other aim is, he likes to go and sit down at the feet of learned men and hear about the ancient Hindu scriptures. And he said he would like to continue with that, and tomorrow he would like to take his children also to those places. That struck a chord, because I myself personally am committed to these things. I personally appreciate, though I don't get time to go sit down at the feet of saints, but I do read a lot, and that advanced this process a lot. But Dhruvin didn't know. He kept going through all the steps. So I said, okay, let him be. And then we got gradually introduced to the Hirparas, splendid people, and very liberal people, and Harish and Kiran, they love my daughter like more than me, I think. And I like the family. Like they are almost like a village in their part of Brampton. They have so many people. They have so many family circle within the circle. Like there is an old African saying, which says, if you really have to bring up a child, you need to have a village. So I see that in Brampton. So Sneha, we already brought about one main aspect of Dhruvin being a teetotaler and a designated driver for life. I hope it stays like that, because Sneha certainly enjoys her drinks like her dad. Another interesting aspect I would like to bring across, just in jest. So Dhruvin has all his things planned out, and he brooks no obstructions. But when it comes to the road, he gets into action. You know what? He's more like an Indian taxi driver. When he's like, I hope you don't do that when you are driving together. You have a profession, so let someone else do the race car driving. So both of you guys are splendid guys. And me, Jaya, and I'm sure your parents, we all love you. And when we love someone so much, the best thing one can do is to set them free. And that is exactly the setting free moment what has come for me and Jaya. And you have our blessings, and we wish you the best.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight to celebrating Dhruvin and Sneha's wedding. Special thanks to all the friends who traveled along from India, from USA, and some other place around. On behalf of our family, I would like to thank my family and friends for their great supports and involvement throughout the planning and execution of this event. The dream is not what you see in sleep. The dream is which does not let you sleep. The young man who lived this quote every day and made me feel proud at every step is none other than my son Dhruvin. Wow. What a privilege today to be a Dhruvin's mom. I'm on cloud 9. Today is one of the happiest days of our life. As a mother, I always dream for this day when my son will get married. Honestly, I am too young to be a mom-in-law. But I guess I will let it slide for Sneha. I was talking to Harish about today's speech, that what I will say tonight. And I was thinking that, I have played multiple roles in Dhruvin's life. As a Dhruvin's mom, Dhruvin's friend, Dhruvin's personal and favorite chef for making khichdis and theplas and muthias and whatnot. His mentor and partial tutor, because I want to give some credit to his dad too. And most importantly, I am his best critic. So I was wondering when Sneha says, I am also his critic. So I said, oh my God, how my son is handling two critics person. But anyway, my critics is especially when it comes to his sense of fashion. And I'm most excited motivators. If he will send me 1 or 2 messages of any news or success or failure, I will reply with multiple messages. He will wait till my excitement is over and say, thank you, Mom. This marriage brings back me lots of memory when I and Harish got married in 1989. As a couple, one of the proudest moments was when we had a Dhruvin. It seems like just yesterday, Dhruvin came into our life. What a joy he has been all the years around. He has brought us so much happiness, peace, and sense of belonging. There is a small incident or story when he was born that I would like to quickly share with you. In India, November is a festive season, and when I had a labor pain, it happens to be a day of Diwali and New Year celebrations. So the doctor team, maybe resident doctor, new doctors, treating me was rushing to complete my delivery and go home for the celebration. I was in severe pain, he was depressed. Finally, he signed the paper, and then doctors operated me, and on 9th November 1991 at 9:31 p.m., we were blessed by baby boy. Doctors called him in and say, here is your baby. He was overwhelmed with happiness, saying that we both are fine. With multiple emotion, the first advice that dad made it to his son, which was like a couple of minutes old, and he says, beta, become a doctor when you grow. And demonstrate how good doctor to be. Live up to the respect that the society gives a doctor and don't take it that granted. And that moment, one more doctor was born. Looking back at this, it's a crazy how life works. My mind goes back to the several times at night I would wake up and look into his beautiful, smiling eyes and completely overwhelmed with a sense of wonder, joy, and responsibility for my extraordinary child. And now, when we were preparing for the wedding, he says, Mom, Dad, don't worry. Just enjoy the process. We will have fun. And when I was doing a dance practice with him, he says, Mom, don't worry. Just follow my footstep. I will take care of it. And at that time, I realized, oh, my small little boy is now a young man and giving me feeling of confidence. What a proud moment it is. There is a known saying that son will hold your hand for a while, but he will hold your heart forever. We are so fortunate to have a Dhruvin in our life. And today, right now, is the proudest I have ever felt. The best quality which about the Dhruvin is his spirit of reverence towards the family and friends. He has a spice for life. We have enjoyed multiple occasions, vacations, numerous places we visited, and we have created a numerous enjoyable memory with him, which I feel that being a parents, one of the proudest and one of the happiest moment when you enjoy with your kids together. As such, Harish and I were very much curious about to see who will be his better half, and often thought about his bride. Who would she be? When Dhruvin introduced to Sneha to our family a few years ago, we thought, when we met Sneha first time, we thought, ladki achhi hai, smart hai, educated hai. So I says, okay, not bad, she's really good. But honestly, she proved herself to be a much more. She is not only intelligent, but also kind, compassionate, and has the same spice of life. And above all, she loves my son very much. My son, a man, who was brought up by queen and king, has brought his wife today as a Princess Sneha. She looks like a princess today. So it's a proud moment for all of us today. Sneha, I admire your sense of honesty, empathy, and integrity. I trust that you are going to be an amazing wife as well as the mom of multiple kids. I'm confident the way you merge to my family with your cheerful habits, my family will grow and achieve the more heights of success, happiness, and prosperity. On this note, I would like to welcome you and your family into our hearts and home. We love you so much. We have found you a daughter we long for. We know that Dhruvin has found his true match. Being in the same profession, I am sure both of you will grow and with the common philosophy that benefit to the society. Finally, you know, the mom speech is always an advice. So Dhruvin and Sneha, you are now ready to enter to the next phase of life. As you are beginning a new life, I must have to say, life is like the ocean. It can be calm, it can be still or rough and rigid, but at the end, it is always beautiful. Riding through any kind of storms together, leaning on each other's for strength and courage as a partner, strengthen the bond of marriage. Enjoy the life becoming each other's best friend. Stay true to each other. Friendship, trust, respect, and commitment for each other will make your life beautiful. Trust me. I wish both of you a lot of success on your journey. But remember to always stop to help someone along the way. Listen to your heart. Be strong. Keep your head high. Fly with each other shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, and flourish wherever you plant yourself. Whenever you need us, close your eyes and look deep inside your hearts. You will find all of us there always for you. On behalf of everyone here today, Harish and I, with my close family, I want to extend our good wishes and support to both of you and want to promise that we will be there always for you, anytime, anywhere, whenever you need us. God bless you and keep smiling like this. Congratulations.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
I would like to thank you for being here tonight, for sharing the union of these two wonderful people, Dhruvin and my best friend, Sneha. So, when did I meet Sneha? Sneha and I first met in high school, as I previously mentioned, when Teresa, who's actually sitting over there, one of the bridesmaids looking beautiful tonight, she actually brought a new companion to our lunch table in grade 9. And Sneha was very lovely, very nice, but I didn't quite get to know her then. It was only in grade 10, AP class, AP math class, of course, that I met her. And the reason why that she caught my eye, let's say, was with Mr. Worsbicky, our math teacher. I remember seeing how charismatic, fun, and smart she was. She handled both her role of class keener and class clown seemingly at once. At seeing her eagerness to participate and getting the answers right, Mr. Worsbicky would throw her random math questions and tease her about how good she was. Sneha, of course, would not hesitate to provide both the right answer, and a clever comeback, all at the same time. And so from then on, I realized, okay, this girl is not only smart, but she's also witty and hella fun. I like her. We shall be friends. And it happened. And this is how our friendship began. And today it has blossomed into a bond that not only ties us as friends, but as family. Throughout the years, we have gone through so many experiences together, from learning the value of giving back to our community, volunteering at Comer Lodge Home for the Elderly with, again, our wonderful friends here sitting, bridesmaids, our high school friends, to motivating each other on the phone at 2 a.m. as we struggled to study for that human physiology exam, to immersing ourselves in each other's cultures through our time volunteering in Bogota, Colombia, my country, and Calcutta and Kerala in India, her country. Tokyo nights, adventures in the Medinas of Marrakesh, many, many Bollywood movies, and workouts too. Needless to say, we have been there for each other through thick and thin. We have been there for each other in the fanciest and slightly less tasteful situations. So I can truly say that I am so lucky to have her as both my best friend, my partner in crime, my confidant, and sister. For those of you who haven't become close to Sneha as of yet, I'd like to share some defining qualities that this amazing woman has. First of all, she has always been a leader and a problem solver. At seeing many of the volunteers at Comer Lodge who enjoyed organizing fun activities, she had the amazing idea of starting a youth council where we could bring all the volunteers and organize proper events so that they could be bigger and better for the residents at the home. And of course, she never forgets to have fun in the meanwhile. And our reggaeton jam sessions during our breaks, during volunteering, would suggest this. And yes, this is when she first started to use those hips of hers. That love for music and dancing actually culminated in the creation of an Indian-Latin mashup during our high school's multicultural night at Loreto Abbey Secondary High School. Although traditionally, this event consisted of dances from different cultures, different clubs at our school, we were actually the first one to come up with a mashup, a dance that combined both Latin and Indian cultures. Sneha is also a person of great compassion and kindness. During our undergraduate years at the University of Toronto, we actually took the same undergraduate programs. We lived in North York, and so we commuted together every day. Every day from Fringe Station to class, we went, and during our walks to class, we often met, homeless individuals in downtown Toronto. And Sneha would ask me, is there a hot dog stand? Is there a Timmy's nearby? And because she was like, we got to get them some food. Let's get them some food. And we did. And on many occasions, we would both pitch in to help. We would provide a meal as best as we could while we rushed to class. And I always think back to those moments whenever I find myself now doing the same on my walks on my own. More recently, I asked her why she wanted to be a vascular surgeon. And along the same lines, every time she tells me, she actually is so passionate, she tears up. She tells me how humbled she is and what a great privilege she feels helping people who are often the oldest and the sickest of patients. Her passion for helping others is truly inspiring. Sneha is also a person of great resilience, motivation, and passion for the things that she has set to achieve. In undergrad, although we went through the ups and downs of academia, we were always there for each other, consoling one another on our subway rides. We motivated each other to move forward and devising strategies and plans to achieve our goals, despite setbacks or challenging exams. I know for a fact that when I'm lost, I can count on her to help me find a way, always. To sum it up, Sneha is an incredible human being. I am so thankful to have befriended her on that fateful first day in math class. She is like my sister from another mister, as they say. She's the sister I never had. I'm lucky to have a younger brother. And I am so very happy to be witnessing as she joins her life to this wonderful Hirpara family who are a perfect complement to who she is. Dhruvin. I first saw Dhruvin through Facebook, of course. Sneha was showing me his profile during her first year in med school. She was asking me what I thought of this cute guy. He seemed kind of cute, but she couldn't quite decide what to think of him. Long story short, she went for it. That's why we're here. And the first time I met him in person was when she invited me to join them for a few other friends for a movie. Movie used to be our thing, but anyways. I was both excited but anxious, as she had been speaking about this guy so much. Who was he? What were his intentions with my best friend? At meeting him, I could immediately tell that they had something special going on. Real and true. In fact, Dhruvin can attest to the initial inkling of rivalry that we had between him and I for the attentions and time of Snehita. But over time, I saw how much he cared for her, how much he loved her. Dhruvin has always looked for ways to surprise her, to make her feel special, loved, and cared for. And he values my pointers once in a while. He's very original, though. Actually, during their first Valentine's Day, I guess it was back in 2013, he shared his plan, or well, it's in February, so 2014. He shared his plans with me, surprising Sneha with flowers and a plushie in her apartment. Together, we devised a plan, and she was surprised. She loved it. And ever since, I've noted that he has continued to show her how much he values her and loves her, from the biggest of gestures to the smallest of details. With time, Dhruvin was starting to win my approval. But truly, what did it for me was actually my mother. Turns out that Dhruvin was a clerk during his third year of medical school in the emergency department at Michael Garron's Hospital, also known as Toronto East General, which happens to be where my mom works as an emergency nurse. They worked together on several occasions, and my mom would talk wonders after working with him and telling me all about how intelligent and efficient he was, while also being respectful, kind, and a great team member with all the staff, including the nurses. And let me tell you, if you win my mom's seal of approval, you are doing pretty well. So good job with that, congrats. In fact, Dhruvin has taken on a role not only as my friend, but also as a mentor in my own personal journey through medical school. He is kind, intelligent, humble, warm, and a loving individual who complements Sneha so well. They truly complement each other. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Dhruvin's pickiness for cleanliness has in some way rubbed off on Sneha. Her apartment has never been cleaner, and as a previous roommate, I can truly attest to this. And Sneha's love for adventure has taken them to some pretty amazing places together, with one of the highlights being flyboarding in Thailand. Let's not forget that her passion for dancing has definitely inspired Dhruvin to get a little bit outside his comfort zone and develop some pretty sweet moves of his own. This is to say that Sneha and Dhruvin are continually inspiring each other and every day to grow as professionals and human beings. And I'm so happy to have the privilege to see them and the relationship flourish, bringing us here today as we share this special moment of the start of a new home. May you both continue to love and value one another, and I wish you the best of luck in this new phase of your life and in this new adventure that you're both embarking on. You have the tools and the love for success, and I hope to continue to be there for you both. I am so proud to see Sneha grow up to be a strong, kind, and passionate woman, the woman she is today. Dhruvin, I know you always look for the best in life, and I think that you could not have stumbled upon anyone else better to share your life with and to create a home with. So congratulations to you both. And I just want to say thank you. And let's raise our glasses for this newlywed and continue celebrating this wonderful couple. Cheers.
So I hope by this point of the night you all know who I am, so I don't need an introduction anymore. So first and foremost, thank you to the couple for giving me this opportunity to share a few words, and I'm going to make sure I take advantage of this to say whatever I want to say on behalf of all the groomsmen and brides, well, not bridesmaids, but the Happy Club kids mainly, right? So first and foremost, I'm just going to dive right in. Amongst the guys, we used to always talk when we were in high school, you know, who's going to be the first one that's going to get married? None of us ever said it was Sunny. Sorry, man. It is what it is. But, let's looking at it now, we did not think he would be the first one to find a girl, let alone take a knee. So congratulations first and foremost to both of you. Now, let's move on. There's a little bit of dirt that I'm allowed to share on you, right? I think it's part of the occasion, and I'm sure Sneha has already heard a few stories, so I'm just going to share a little bit more. So, how many of you guys know of an Indian dessert called gulab jamun? So for the people who don't know what that basically is a timbit which is drenched in syrup. So it is like the epitome of diabetes. But basically, Dhruvin, or Sunny, was once the guy who had 20 gulab jamuns in one sitting. 20. I'm not exaggerating. You will vouch for it too. 20 gulab jamuns. And also, every time we'd meet up with a bunch of friends, we'd always be planning, trying to figure out how much food to order. We'd always think, how much would a hungry Sunny eat? Let's double that up so that everybody else will get some food, right? So that's where he was, and look at where he is today, right? And I think Sneha definitely has had an amazing influence in that sense. And even, I'm sure I'll give you some credit too. You've also changed up quite a bit, so kudos to that. But yeah, so honestly, we have come a long way. I've known him for a long time, and there's too many stories to share, to be honest. It's very hard to pick. There's a bunch of pictures that I wanted to share, but I'll keep that to me and just some of us that know and not embarrass him anymore. But yeah, so basically, tradition dictates that as a best man, I'm supposed to stand here and pay tribute to the groom. However, in this 21st century, we live in the times of equality. And I would like at this point to pay a little attention to the bride. So I'd like to compliment Sneha on her many virtues. She's patient, she's kind, she's understanding. And believe me, Sneha, from what I know about Sunny, you're going to need a lot more of that to deal with him. So be very, very patient. And honestly, I'm just really happy that Dhruvin and Sneha found, basically Dhruvin found Sneha, who's, as I already said, intelligent, beautiful, and works very hard. And as you all know, they always say opposites attract, so this kind of makes sense. Okay, fine, that's enough. I'm going to stop now. So, seeing you together just looks complete. I wish you nothing but happiness, love, and success for the rest of your years together. It is said that love is a force more impressive than any other because it is invisible. It can be seen, but it cannot be seen, It cannot be seen, but it can transform you in a moment and offer you more joy than any material possession ever. So, from our Koi Kahe days, Koi Kahe Kya Tha, right? We danced to this when we were really young, to our table tennis champion days, to all the way today, driving in and having our little bow tie situation. Honestly, it's been a hell of a ride. And there's a lot more that I want to share, but for now, I just want to wish you all the best. You guys compliment each other amazing, look wonderful tonight, and you always do. And I just would also like to raise a toast to them as well. So if everybody just want to raise their glasses, and want to wish you all the best for the many years to come. Take care.
Let's just dance in the sun. Everybody grab someone and let rhythm make us one. It's a celebration. Every time we get together, all people, every nation. Put your banners in the sky. Venimos a vacilar, venimos a disfrutar. Vamos todos a gozar, vamos todos a cantar. Vida, buena, buena vida. Everyone across the world, man and woman, boy and girl. Vida, buena, buena vida. Vamos todos a bailar, sonreír y celebrar. Negativity is gone, and I'm feeling so good, cause we found love, like life has just begun. Enjoy the laughter and fun.
rodilla al piso, va y pasa el limbo. Igual controlándome. Vamos con el ritmo, cintura, rodilla al piso, va y pasa el limbo. Limbo.